And with that, we say welcome into the program. You know what it is, baby. We're back. Another edition of the best damn sports podcast, period. Sentell. We're live on YouTube. I'm your host, the sensational Sentell Whiteman, a.k.a. Mr. No Days Off, a.k.a. the One Man Dynasty. Got a great show for you tonight. Gonna pick up where we left off from last night as we get into it with a few little things we need to touch before we dive into the show. Let's kind of go back to last night. We had a huge game in college basketball last night. We had the national championship game between UConn and San Diego State. UConn wins 76-59. Behind Tristan Newton, his 19 points. Sanogo had 17 and 10, was your MOP, with your most outstanding player. So the UConn Huskies gets it done. They held San Diego State to 32% from the field last night. They also beat every opponent in the tournament by double figures. So you want to talk about being dominant, an impressive team. Look no further than UConn was during this tournament. They were absolutely dominant. I mean, I mentioned dominant. I'm sorry I keep saying this word over and over, but that's what they were last night. So again, thank you for joining Sentell right here live on YouTube. Like I mentioned, UConn is now the national champion. That's their fifth championship since 1999. And I had a friend of mine call me earlier, and I want to pose this question to you out there in my audience. Is UConn now officially a blue blood? And I didn't know how to answer it because I don't know how to define what is a blue blood. We all know Kentucky, Kansas, Duke, North Carolina are considered blue bloods. But what is the actual criteria to be a blue blood? What is the actual criteria? You know what I mean? What is it? Is it championships? Is it consistently winning, putting players in the league, having this persona, this aura about the program? What is it that makes a program a blue blood? So what would you consider? Again, I'm here. I'm like, what are we considering UConn? I don't know if they're a blue blood or not, but what I do know is they have 5 championships since 1999. Duke has 3. The Tar Heels have 3. Several other programs, 2 and 3. So what? How do we define that? You know, I asked about UCLA. I said, well, you know, other than 95, UCLA hadn't won a title since the 70s when John Wooden was there. Are you still considering them a blue blood? Is Michigan State a blue blood? They have won consistently, or they have won championship, but do we consider them a blue blood? I mean, so how do we define blue blood? You know, it's an institutional thing. You know, we think of Tar Heels, we think of Duke, but you know, prior to Coach K, Duke wasn't really much known. The Tar Heels have a little bit more history. Kansas, Kentucky with Adolph Rupp, but we don't acknowledge Adolph Rupp in this, and some of these households. We don't acknowledge Adolph Rupp like that, you know, because there's a different time and era. So who are what we call blue bloods? You know, contemporary blue bloods. You know, I still think you got, you know, Duke, North Carolina's. I wouldn't put Villanova in there because they only got two titles, but Jay Wright was on his way. I think Jay Wright had Villanova on the way to be considered to be a blue blood. But I do know Connecticut has 5 championships with 3 different coaches since 1999. That's within the last 25 years. That's very impressive. So I don't know what you want to frame them, what you want to characterize them as, but they've been really, really good for a quarter century. And last night they got it done again. So, you know, if you want to call them a blue blood, you call them a blue blood. You do those things. Yes, that's what you want to do. But congratulations to them, Dan Hurley, and the rest of the UConn Husky program for being dominant throughout the tournament. They were the most consistent team throughout the tournament. When a lot of teams were not being consistent throughout the tournament, they steadily were consistent throughout the tournament. So let's kind of switch gears here, man. Like I say, not a long show, 30 minutes. Maybe a couple minutes over 30 minutes, but I want. It's the draft time, so you know how we do it. It's draft time, and I want to talk about the draft, and I want to specifically focus on the quarterbacks in this draft. And I do this. I've been doing this show since 2017, amazingly enough. And every time we come around this time of year, I have to remind you people, I have to remind my audience, don't fall in love with potential as far as quarterbacks go. I'm just a big believer in production over potential. Now, of course, there are always going to be outliers. There's always going to be somebody who breaks the mold. But traditionally, I'm drafting production over potential. Give me the guy at the big school. Give me the guy against tough competition. Give me the guy who puts up numbers, plays in big games, plays against big-time opponents, and give me multiple starts, 2 seasons of starts at least. That's the kind of guy I look for. That's the kind of guy I want. So let's kind of circle back. Let's start with the guys who got this show, and then we'll go back. So you got four top guys in this draft class, according to all the draft gurus and draft experts. And here we go again. Here we go again. I look at these guys: Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, AR-15, Anthony Richardson. I'm sorry, he don't want to be called AR-15. So Bryce Young, I got him down for 27 starts in his career. 79 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with a 165% QB rating. That's outstanding. And he also won a Heisman. Alabama, big time player, big time production, won a Heisman. C.J. Stroud, I have him down for 25 career starts, 85 TDs, 12 INTs, 182% QB rating. Will Levis at Kentucky, I have him down for 24 starts, 40 TDs, 25 interceptions, 151% percentage rate. And then Anthony Richardson, I just put down this season right here, got 13 total starts. So I 12 starts, 17 TDs, 9 interceptions, and he completed only 53% of his passes. So here we go. Production over potential, right? Carolina Panthers traded to get the number 1 pick. You got the number 1 pick in the draft. For me, this is a no-brainer. And not a no-brainer, but the two guys, I'm picking between two guys. I'm picking between C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young because history has told me so with the criteria I gave you earlier. Big-time program, multiple two-year starter, big-time numbers, playing big-time games. So for me, it's easy. It's down to Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, the number 1 pick. Now you do whatever you want to do with that pick. If you're Carolina Panthers, I think they're leaning more towards C.J. Stroud. I would probably lean a little bit more toward him because of the sheer size of him. I would probably lean more toward him. But I think Bryce Young gonna be a star. I love his pocket presence. I love his moxie. I love his intelligence. I love his calmness. When things break down, he don't never seem rattled. And you gotta understand that this past season, this is one of the least talented Alabama rosters offensively they had in a long time at receiver, and he still put up big time numbers with that. There was no Mechie, there was no Williams from last year. There definitely were no Judys or no Waddles or no Ruggs. So this is one of the most less talented receiver group that Alabama had, and he still put up numbers. He won a Heisman. C.J. Stroud obviously has big time talent around him. Big time talent around him at the receiver position. But he made it go to me, So like I said, I'm more of a Bryce Young person, but I think that the Panthers probably gonna take C.J. Stroud. The size of Young probably plays a factor. But what I'm gonna tell you is buyer beware, because I've been telling you people since 2017, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Now, Will Levis, I got, like I said, 24 starts, not bad. 40 TDs, not bad. 25 interceptions in 2 seasons. I don't know about that. And he didn't rate the profile at Kentucky at all. He didn't rate the profile. Didn't make them substantially better. Didn't put these big time numbers up that you'd expect from a guy who might go in the top 5. But here we go. The media, the gurus, the draft experts have told you that this guy checks all the boxes. He's prototypical. We hear it again. Here we go. All over again. Prototypical. Will Levis. He is it. He's the guy. He's going to be the best. He's going to do this and all of this. I just want to tell you about Mr. Trubisky. That's all I want to tell you about Mr. Trubisky. That's all I want to tell you about. I told you this in 2017. I'm telling you this now. Anthony Richardson. Look, man, you ain't gonna find a bigger Florida fan than I am. But this guy here got tremendous upside. Oh my goodness, his upside is through the roof. If he could tap into all of that potential. But when I tell you, when I say I want that 2-year starter with production, big time games, big time performances, I need that. So for me, it's Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. Now, Will Levis, I'm seeing Mr. Trubisky too much all over again. I'm seeing it all over again. I'm seeing Josh Rosen. I'm seeing Zach Wilson. I'm seeing all of that all over again because we fall in love. Sam Darnold falls in that category. You fall in love with guys in shorts and a t-shirt, but when the product is right there in front of you, it's right there in front of you. You watch these guys. CJ Stroud played against Georgia in the semifinal of the college football playoffs and just lit up that Georgia defense. You saw that. He did that. He plays in a big time conference. Plays in a big time conference. The Big Ten. He did his damn thing. You see that? I can't think of one spectacular game from Will Levis. And while Anthony Richardson had the wow and the highlight plays throughout the season, there's a lot of plays and throws that he missed throughout the season as well. A lot of hit and misses. Now, we're going to get to some of these quarterbacks in a minute throughout these years, but there are outliers. There are outliers. We'll get to those guys. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. 2017, you had Mr. Trubisky, Sean Watson, Pat Mahomes, right? I told you about Mr. Trubisky already. He had 13 starts. They went 8-5. I told you in 2017, nothing about this guy told me anything. And we see what his career has turned out to be, right? Deshaun Watson, in college, 76 TDs, 151% QB rating, won a national championship, played in big time games, 2-year starter. Now, last year, we're standing after all the stuff. He has been pretty good up until last year. He has been pretty good. Pat Mahomes. Now, 77 TD at Texas Tech. No one saw him coming. I'm not going to be sitting here going, I saw him coming, because I didn't. But what I do know, he started 2 years at a major program. Now, putting up big numbers in Texas Tech offense, I will grant that off. But major program, put up big time numbers, started 2 years. We see what he turned out to be. Didn't win the national championship or Heisman, but we saw that. 2018, here come the outliers of some of these things. Now, I was told you I wouldn't have taken Baker Mayfield with the number 1 overall pick. I said that in 2018. I would never took him in just because I didn't think he would be good in the NFL level. Now, his criteria for what I have, he meets some of that. Big time numbers, big time program. He did that. Got to a semifinal. He did that. Heisman Trophy. He did that. But I didn't like him out of college. I didn't. So that's an outlier. Sam Darnold, another outlier. 27 starts. Put up decent numbers. Not big time numbers, but he put up really good numbers at USC. Big time program. Big numbers. He's failed miserably. Here comes another outlier. Josh Allen. Now this is the potential side of this argument outlier, right? Now, I was a big Josh Allen guy. I come on the show 2017, actually. I was hyping Josh Allen. I told you about Josh Allen before most of you knew who Josh Allen was. But his senior year was really bad. He didn't play very well. Completed 6% of his passes. So if you pro Anthony Richardson, here's your outlier comparison. Josh Allen, 56% of his passes, but he also played 2 seasons as a starter. But he completed 56% of his passes. There's your outlier. Josh Rosen played 30 games of college football. It didn't work out. Didn't put up gaudy numbers, but he played at UCLA, the big-time program. And then you had Lamar Jackson, right? Lamar won a Heisman. Lamar's junior season was better than his Heisman season, but he went 32nd. Again, production over potential. 2019 draft class, Kyler Murray, big-time program, put up big-time numbers, went number 1 overall. Have no problem with that. He's got his money, but he's injured now, but he's got his money. Did a big thing. Daniel Jones, didn't see the big-time production at Duke. So he's a mixed bag. So we still don't know the book on him. We don't think he's a franchise quarterback. We don't think he's a bust. So we kind of, he kills this conversation because I don't know where to really put him in because they don't have big time production. He went to ACC, he played at ACC school, so he didn't play bad competition. But yeah, so and then let's skip all over to 2000. I missed 2020. 2020, now you had Joe Burrow, big time. No one's questioning Joe Burrow going on overall. 2-year starter, the big senior year where he wins the national championship and the Heisman. So we get that. Tua, big time production in college. I'm not a big Tua fan. I wouldn't have drafted him in the first round. That's just me. Don't like his size. Don't like his arm strength. Guy never really. I get it why he got drafted, but I personally wouldn't have drafted him. Never been a big fan of Tua. Those of you who know me know that. Justin Herbert, big Justin Herbert guy. Performed high level, big time conference, multiple years of putting in work. Now look at him. Look at him. Look at his ascension. So though quarterback there in the 2020 class, I think I might be missing one. 2020 class. But anyway, let's go to 2021. I'll get back to that. 2021, you had Trevor Lawrence. 2-year starter, national championship, Clemson, big time production, big time competition. He did that. You watched it. You saw it. It happened in front of your face. Zach Wilson. 2-year starter, but he played at BYU. Not against big time competition. Could I see the Jets taking him? Why the Jets took him? Yes, I can see that. But if you stick to the formula, you would have took Zach. If you stick to the Sentell's Intel formula, you would have took Zach Wilson at number 2. You wouldn't have did that. Trey Lance, 49ers had stuck to the formula, the Sentell's Intel formula. They wouldn't have took Trey Lance number 3 overall. 1 year starting. So you potential overproduction. Never. It's wrong. He had Justin Fields go 11. I would have took Justin Fields. Big time production at Ohio State. 2-year starter. Big games. Played in the semifinals twice. 1 year he got to the finals. Got the championship game. Big time. Mac Jones. He got big time production, but 1 season of big time production. 1 season. And he had the Heisman Trophy winner. He had Mechie. He had some big time targets at Alabama. 1 year big time production. But with surrounded by weapons, I wasn't really sold on Mac Jones like that. So there you go. I mean, so you want to do it? You want to go production over potential? I'm telling you, I got histories on my side. This formula gonna get you. You could lose. I mean, there's always going to be outliers because you would have missed on Josh Allen going by this, maybe. But I'm telling you, you look at the best quarterbacks. You look at the best quarterbacks in the league right now. The Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen's, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. I mean to add him in this. That's what I missed. Jalen Hurts from the 2020. Jalen Hurts, I mean, he put up big time numbers at big time programs. Now, I didn't believe in him personally, but That's the formula. He had it. He didn't go to the first round. Another reason why I didn't have him on this list. I had all first round quarterbacks, so that's another reason I missed Justin Herbert. But I'm just telling you. Stick to the formula. I'm just telling you, it works. It works. It works. So I want to kind of go back to how we kind of ended the show last night. We had a guy on here last night who kept telling me about availability and quarterbacks and Lamar ain't getting his money because he's not playing and yada, 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 and all of this nonsense. And I'm trying to tell him, man, injuries are so a part of football. It's pure luck. It is sheer luck that when you don't get hurt. It is sheer luck. It's nothing to do with anything about running with the ball, standing. It's nothing to do with running quarterback. It's none of it. It's luck. It's purely luck. You look at some of the quarterbacks in the last few years that's been hurt. Dak, he don't lead the pocket a lot. He don't run. Broke his ankle. Dislocated his ankle. Justin Herbert moves around. Broke his ribs at the first game of the season last year. He didn't miss a lot of games, but he had broken ribs. Jalen Hurts hurt his shoulder. Kyler Murray blew out a knee. Justin Fields missed games. Ryan Tannehill got hurt. Nobody mentioned about how his playing style. We didn't mention that. Tua got concussed in the pocket twice. No one mentioned that. Jimmy G got hurt. We didn't mention his playing style. It's purely luck. Joe Burrow tore his knee up his very first season in the league. Now, he's about to get paid. And no one's going to mention the fact that he tore his ACL in his first season. And he's about to get paid. When his contract is, he's going to get paid. And no one's going to mention his injury history. Not one person is going to mention that. Not one. Brock Purdy got hurt in the pocket. Tore his elbow up in the pocket. So this notion that we're not going to pay because he can't stay healthy, it's luck. It is sheer luck. And if you think Josh Allen, I love Josh Allen to death, going to continue to play the way he's playing, it's Cam Newton. It's Cam Newton-esque. Yeah, it's not hurting right now. He's not getting hurt right now. But you can't play that way for 15 seasons. Where you don't slide, you don't get out of bounds, you run over people, you seek contact. He's not going to make it long doing that. Joe Burrow has got sacked 1 billion times in 3 years. But that's not going to stop them from paying his money. Because he's one hit away too. So this notion that Lamar Jackson is injury risk. It's a damn injury risk to anybody who plays the position. You step back in that pocket, you can get hurt on any play. Any play on that football field, on any given play can get hurt. It's all luck. It's all luck. There's nothing to do with being fragile or injury prone. It is luck. Now you can be unlucky more than some others, but this thought that Lamar is injured more than other people, it's asinine. I gave you a list of quarterbacks who got hurt this season, and it's more that missed significant time, that missed time during the season for being injured, and some of these guys don't leave the pocket. Some of these guys ain't scramblers. It's pure luck. And I'm taking my chances with Lamar Jackson over 90% of these quarterbacks. Period. I know I'm not speaking about his last season when he hurt his PCL. No, I don't mind. Lamar should definitely have not played another game once he got injured, once he got hurt. No, he should never played again. Matter of fact, he shouldn't have played again at the beginning. He shouldn't have started the season until he had a contract. If I was representing Lamar Jackson, he would have never started this season. He would have never came on the damn field till I got a contract. A league MVP, 4 seasons in, 2-time division winner, a playoff victory, and you don't have a contract going into your final season? Lamar would have never been out there on the field. But I'm speaking directly to this notion that Lamar ain't getting paid because he's injury prone. Somehow he's not available. When I just told you 1,000 quarterbacks on this list get hurt all the time. Daniel Jones has missed games. He got $160 million. Derek Carr has missed games. People have missed games for injuries. Quarterbacks have missed games all the time. This is not just a Lamar thing. It's pure luck if you don't get injured. It's pure luck if you don't get hurt. In the pocket, out the pocket. It does not matter. It does not matter. All right, we got about 4 minutes. So I at the start of yesterday's program, we talked about the NBA and how the world had caught up and how the world had the top 4 or 5 best basketball players in the world, maybe even top 5. And I said, hey, let's come up with a nice little list of the best American-born basketball players under the age of 30. So that's what I did. I went and found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 9. I went and found about 9 players in the NBA that are 30 or under that are American-born. Then I said my 5, which I kind of did it by position because I was leaving some guys out. So I kind of just did it by position for me. So my top 5 American-born players in the NBA right now, currently under 30, drum roll please. I have Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, Devin Booker, Julius Randle. This is tough for me. 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 I'm going to put Karl Anthony Towns in here. But as I'm saying this, I know you people, what's Zion? But and that's what I'm getting to. Injury concerns. Injury concerns. You got to play. But then I thought about Cat missed a lot of time this year. But Cat has made an all-NBA team. Has made a couple all-star teams. So I would take Cat. But I left out De'Aaron Fox, Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, Tyrese Halliburton. That's probably the best 9, 10 American-born players under the age of 30. So that's where I have it. I went JT, Ja, Devin Booker, Drew Randle, Karl Anthony Towns. It's my 5 best American-born players under the age of 30 right now. So that's where I'm at with that. Hey, you know what you're watching. Sentell. Glad you guys are tuned in for another episode. Been a fun show so far. Won't be getting out of here in just a few minutes. I want to take my time and thank everybody for tuning in again. I certainly like interacting with you and having the feedback. I can see it on my chat screen, so I kind of enjoy that. Don't know when I'll be back next time. These things are kind of fluid at the moment, so I can't get specific times and days yet. But I do plan on being here a lot more often than I have been, so we're gonna continue this. The dynasty continues. Sentell, the best damn sports podcast, period. The undisputed champion of sports podcast. So we're gonna keep doing that thing like that. Been a good show. Next time we come back on here, we're closer to the draft. We'll talk NBA playoffs. And we'll dive deep more into the NFL draft, not just the quarterbacks, just the NFL draft. No, who am I missing? Bam ain't American. Where Bam from? Bam from America? Bam born? You show Bam born in America? Bam, where he's born at? Bam Adebayo? Bam Adebayo is American? That don't seem. Maybe he's born here. Maybe he was born here, but I know that ain't an American name. Where he from? Where's he from? Look that up real quick. Where's Bam from? And if Bam is American born, I probably would have him in front of Cat. I would. He's done a lot. He plays. He's always playing. He's always available. Plays very hard. I think Cat more talented than he is, but if Bam is American born, I would assume Bam went American born. But that's just me. I missed out. You know, sometimes you don't get the research done. But it's Spider Mitchell. Yeah, I'm not upset if you take Spider over. That's just like I said. I kind of did it by position because You know, it is tough. You got them guards because I didn't know what it take. You know, it's hard. Book Mitchell, you know, Book or Mitchell. But the point is, I don't think that five could even come close to the world top five. Yeah, he did. Bam did play the U.S. Olympics. You're 100% right. I would have him in front of Cat, but you're 100% right. So those are 10 players. But I don't think they can beat the world. Not that group. That group can't beat the world. Nah, that group can't beat the world. I can't see that. No. But that's big time. Appreciate you looking that up. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in again. Sentell, the best damn sports podcast, period. You too. Y'all been wonderful, man. Hey, we're going to see y'all in the next go around. Don't know when that's going to be, but you look for the time and date on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, hey, all of it. Just look for a day and time. Sentell. We'll be right back here soon before you even know it. But I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Have been Sentell. I have been the sensational Sentell Whiteman. Thank you all again. I will see you on the next time. Peace. I'm out.